Yeah. So, as I said, VTA is Valley Transportation Authority, which works in Santa Clara County. There are different types of VTA services, which is Rapid, Local, Express, and there's a VTA called Light Rail as well, and there are VTA buses. So in VTA buses, there comes Rapid, Local, and Express, where Rapid is the ones which are faster and they are displayed red on VTA maps, and these are limited, which has limited stops. And for the local routes, these make frequent stops along major corridors and neighborhoods. Local routes are shown in blue on VTA maps. And for express buses, routes offer different direct connections between transit hubs and typically run only during peak commute hours. And they are displayed in green on maps. And for the light rails, there are three different types of light rails: orange, blue, and green. And it comes every 15 minutes. So the next slide is the Smart Pass, where you can get your Smart Pass when you drop by the General Services office. You can just put a request, and then you can get a Smart Pass, which you have to show your Tower ID and $3 if you are an matriculated student. If you are an open session or a special session student, you have to pay the AFP separately, and then you can avail the Smart Pass. And the Clipper card or Smart Pass comes already loaded, so you don't have to load money onto it. And it provides like unlimited rides on VTA buses and VTA light rails. And if you want to use ACE, Amtrak, or Highway 17, Clipper card does not work on those types of transportation. What you can do is load money onto that card and avail the offer or use the transportation. And you can load money on VTA stations such as Jeradon bar or any BART station, or on light rail station as well. There is a blue box where you can load money over there. And we advise not to virtualize your card because it will automatically get deactivated if you put it on your mobile wallet. But what you can do is you can put that card on a VTA app, where if you have loaded money onto it, it shows how much money it has onto that card. So yeah, you can upload that on VTA app instead of mobile wallet. And also, if you don't tag your card for 60 days, it will get automatically deactivated. So if you do that, you can just drop by our office in the student union, and we can just reactivate your card. Next is wayfinding and understanding the routes. So to understand VTA routes, the route is named after its first and last destination stop points. So for example, the 22 route, 22 VTA bus goes between Palo Alto Transit Center and Eastridge Center in San Jose. So according to that, you can check the routes uh, wherever the bus goes. And VTA also shows the maps and the routes. And as you can see, the blue is like local, which is very low frequency, and red is like a very high frequency, as you've seen on the bus stops. And the vehicle also displays the stops, and it displays every stop. So wherever you want to get down, it shows the stop where you want to get down. And the next slide would be, here you can see there is a bus stop where in the red it is shown it how frequent it is, and in the green it's like 122. It's like not very frequent, but it is an express stop. So yeah, and the blue one is like not too like it's not a regular bus. And you can see these are the usual bus stops which is around San Jose for VTA buses and light rails. And yeah, the next slide. Yeah, the wayfinding is there if it is a two-way street or a one-way street. It is the bus location or the bus stop locations are according to that. And if you want to find your bus stop or routes, you can just look at the bus signage where it is shown in which way, if it is going southbound, bound or northbound, it shows how you can navigate the bus stop or the routes. And the next slide would be, this is for the light rail, where in every stop or station, light rail station, there are these huge TV screens where you can see in how many minutes the light rail is gonna arrive. And these screens are on the bus stops as well, where it shows how in how much time the buses are gonna arrive, which buses are gonna arrive. And there, as I said, there are three types of light rails: orange line, green line, and blue line, which goes to each part of the city or the Santa Clara County. And there is parking services as well, which I'll let you know in the next slide. Yeah, so next is boarding. This is a usual tagging reader or a card reader, which you can see on buses and light rails. So when you get your Clipper card on the bus, when you get on the bus, there is a small reader when you get on the bus. So what you can do is just tap the card, but if you do not tap the card properly, it will go red or orange. So what we advise is tab or tag your card properly. And if it is like, if a different card is blocking the Clipper card, what you can do is just remove the card and tag it again. And if it is not working, then you can just drop by at our office, and we can look into it. But as of now, this is the usual reader what you can see on the bus stops or like buses and light rails. And for the buses, the readers are usually inside. And for the longer buses which you have seen, there are two readers on each door. And for the light trails, there are readers outside of the station, like right next to the station, but not inside the light trail. So make sure that you tag your Clipper card when you get on the light rail, which is outside of the station and not inside. But for the buses, you can just get in and then tag your card. Next is how you request a stop. So for the buses, there is a yellow cord which is on the side of the windows, and you can just pull it, and that notifies the driver to that you have requested a stop. And as I said, you can just look at the stop. There are huge screens on the buses. You can look over there, and you will know which stop is gonna be next. And if you have requested a stop, it will show that the stop is requested. And for the light rails, there is this button which is like not very visible, but yeah, there is a button on the side where you can just press that, and the driver will stop the light rail on your respective bus stop. And the next would be the bikes on VTA. So if you drive a bike and want to ride a bus, so what you can do is there are biking or like a parking service on the bus. So you can park your bicycles in front of the bus. You have to just let the driver know that you want to park your bicycle there, and you can do that. You can usually park up to 2 to 3 bikes onto the front rack of the bus. And if it is a longer bus, there are a few bike bike parks or like bike hooks inside of the bus. There are 2, 3 bike parking spaces inside of the bus as well, and outside of the bus if it is a longer bus. But if it is a smaller bus, you can just park outside of the bus, in front of the bus. And yeah, for the light rails, as you can see on the right side, you can park it this way, or you can just take your bike inside and ride the light rail. And yeah, next would be the park and ride. Yeah, as I said, there are few parking stations marked with a P where you can park your car and just use the light rail. But the parking is very limited, and but it is VTA owned, so it is free. And the Taman and Kurtner parking fill up really fast. So if you're riding from there, make sure you are looking up the parking and availing that offer. And if it is like, there are no parkings on any other stations, but there are few. But so make sure if you want to park ahead of time, that if there is any parking provided or not. And Diridon Berryessa is like closer to the SJSU, closer to San Jose State University. So usually there are no parking. VTA like BART are not VTA owned, and parking does not cost any money because it is by VTA. So yeah, you cannot park at Deridon and Berryessa, but for the Taman and Kurtner you can park. And next is Bayville's bike share. So Transportation Solutions has have few offers for their bike share, or for the bicycles who ride bicycles. So there is an offer by Lyft where if you sign up by Lyft account, you can avail a few offers. We have discounts for students, and if you if you provide your Clipper card number, you can unlock bikes, but you have to have membership. It is not free by VTA, but you can avail this offer. And for the housing students, there are few offer where you get 6 free bike credits per month for non-electric bikes. And also there are other few offers by Transportation Solutions where you can get discounts on um, bike memberships. And yeah, next would be the bike cages. So Transportation Solutions offers bike keys to 6 bike enclosures, which is owned by us. These are all around campus. And if you want to avail this offer, you can just drop by at our office, fill up a form, and you can get a key for $15. So it is a one-time fee where you just pay the $15, and you can use that key as long as you want, as long as you are a matriculated student here or an employee. And if you lose this key, it is $25 replacement, and you cannot keep your bikes overnight here. And e-bikes or e-scooters are not allowed in our enclosures due to the policy. And there are other open racks as well where you can park your bike, but there are only 6 enclosures which we provide. And yeah, next would be the zip car. So if you are 18 above and have a driving license, you can open your account in Zipcar, where you can just rent a car for a day. And we provide Zipcar credits as well, where you can just drop us an email that you have renewed your membership, and then we can give you a $15 ride credit. And you can avail this offer by just signing it up, and you can like take the car anywhere you want. But there are um, like there are 4 zip cars in South Campus parking garage, so you can take or avail that offer. And yeah, next would be the Lyft evening ride, where this is a program where this is if you are like studying late or leaving late from university, you can avail this offer. So you get three rides, three Lyft credits per month, which is of $10, and you would get an email invitation from Lyft Business on your SJSU email account, where you can just go through that email and sign up through there. And it is only for SJSU students, and it is from 6:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. only, and it works only from a certain radius. So it is like from starting to SJSU and ending to SJSU, or ending to SJSU. So yeah, you can avail this offer. If you are an SJSU student, you would automatically get an email from Lyft Business. So you no need to email us or let us know that you have not gotten this offer. So you will eventually get this offer in your SJSU email ID. So next is micromobility, where you can rent e-scooters, but unfortunately you cannot enter SJSU campus or any buildings taking your e-scooters. It is prohibited actually to take your e-scooters anywhere around campus. And there are designated parking spots around campus which are open. It is not, you cannot, as I said, you cannot park your e-bikes or e-scooters in our enclosures, but there are parking spots where you can take those bikes. And yeah, driving license is not required for this. And there are currently no legal method of parking or storing on campus, or like e-scooters on campus, as I said. And yeah, next would be the transit app. So you can download this transit app on Android as well as iOS. So this is the app where if it automatically plans your trip. So if suppose you want to get here from Diridon to San Jose, so what you can do is just put that you want to come to San Jose. You can just put, as you can see, the where to option in the first photo. You can just put SJSU, and it will show which bus you can take and what time the bus is arriving, and from which stop you have to take the bus. And it gives you a plan from anywhere to anywhere, not from SJSU to Diridon, but like you can plan your trips ahead of time with the transit app, which is really great. So you don't have to worry about which bus you can take, and if it is going, to the proper destination or not. It shows you on which stops it will stop, and it gives you a proper plan, or like a trip plan. So I would suggest to download this app, and yeah. Yeah, this is the end. So let me know if you have any questions, and if not, you can, if you have any questions, you can just drop it in the chat. If not, the parking services will take over. I will let Alyssa host. Okay, we do have few questions. Just let me get those questions and I'll give it to you, Alyssa. Where do we get the Clipper card again? Yes, so when you can just stop by at General Services Office. There are few QR codes. It is a request link where you can just put a request for a Clipper card, and
yeah, okay, you said
yes,
go by, but I'm sorry, go by whose office?
you can drop by the General Services
Oh,
Office in the Student Union. Or there you can go to
go.
TSSJSU website, where there is a request for reactivation, request for a Smart Pass link, or like a form. You can just fill that form and drop by the General Services Office, where you can get your tower ID. oh sorry, where you can get your smart pass, and you have to bring your tower ID and $3 if you are an matriculated student here at SJSU, if you are an undergrad or graduate student, for example, or if you are an open session or a special session student, you have to pay the AS fee, which is 105, and then you can get your
Okay.
Clipper card.
But the first main way was just to go to the student union and go to general services office.
Yes.
Got it. And bring $3. Thank you. $3. Thank
Yes.
you.
And yeah. And
I will go ahead and
okay.
respond to the other questions in the chat. Alyssa, why don't you go
Okay.
ahead and get started with your presentation to ensure we have enough time?
Alrighty, no problem. Okay, so am I okay to share my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay. And... Okay, perfect. So hi, I'm Alyssa. I'm with the parking services. I'm the permit coordinator. So I'm here to just share some things about parking services. And... Okay, so we've upgraded our technology over the past couple years. And so we have virtual parking permits now to where there's nothing physical as far as a parking permit goes. There's nothing physical that you have to display on your vehicle. When our officers scan the license plate numbers, they'll be able to see the virtual parking permits. So don't think that there's anything physical that you have to display on your car to prove that you have a permit. It's just all there. And everybody has their own parking portal that they can log into. So you could do everything that you need through the parking portal. So everything from viewing all the different types of permits that we have. You could purchase your permits there. You can edit your vehicle information. So if you change cars or anything like that, you can always do that. But if there's ever any issues with trying to do anything online, you can always contact us and we can always help you out too. And we help with more than just just selling parking permits. Let's say if you leave your keys in your car, we could help unlock your vehicle. Or if you get a flat tire or anything like that, we can help with stuff like that. If your car is parked on campus, we're definitely available to help there. And so, like I said before, our parking permits are virtual. And you can have up to 3 vehicles associated with your parking permit. So let's say if you have more than one vehicle, you're driving one day and a different one the other, you can attach that all to your permit. So whichever vehicle you drive to campus would be okay to park. And then students, though, they can only park in the general spaces. So you can find those spaces in any of the 3 parking garages on the main campus. So that's the North Garage, the South Garage, and the West Garage. And then general spaces are also down at the South Campus where the football stadium is. So the general spaces are in the South Campus garage there, and also the park and ride lot across the street from the stadium. So just avoid parking in any employee spaces, our spaces, anything like that. And then you're not allowed to share your parking permits with other people. So your parking permit is solely yours. And it's up to you guys to be aware of the effective and expiration dates of your permit. You can always log into your parking account to see those details too. And for housing students, if you're not parking underneath Campus Village, we do offer our own housing permit. That's good for the other garages so that you guys can park overnight. So that cost is $400 for the semester or $800 for the academic year. And if you are buying it online, you just want to make sure that it does say overnight in the description of it. That way you know for sure that your car will be okay to park overnight. And then for this upcoming spring semester, the permits don't become effective until January 19th. So in just a few days. And for those who are commuting to campus, we do have different permit options depending on your schedule. You may not have to come here every single day of the week. So 1 day a week permits, 2 day a week permits. There's permits if you want to only park down at the South Campus and take the shuttle. That shuttle runs back and forth all day, Mondays through Thursdays. And it is cheaper than if you were to buy a permit that's good for the main campus. And so, like I said before, you could buy permits for the whole semester or for the whole academic year. But one thing I just really want to emphasize is that parking gets really, really crazy once the semesters start, to the point where all of the garages on the main campus, they will fill up completely. There will be no available parking by around 9 a.m., possibly sooner. During the beginning of the semesters, it's a little bit crazier. But so if I could give anybody the best advice, it would be to give yourself plenty of time to find a spot. And so if there's no parking on the main campus, you can always find parking down at the South Campus garage and then just take that shuttle. It may take a little bit more time, but it's worth the headache of not having to find a spot. And also on our website, you can find there's a link that will show the live capacity of the garages. So you can kind of check that out before you head to campus and kind of see which garage is the least filled, which one to shoot for. But yeah, that's about it.
Does that conclude your presentation, Alyssa?
Yes, that if there's any questions, I can answer them.
Okay, we will go ahead and open it up to any questions either for transportation solutions or parking services that may have not been answered in the chat. You can go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay, doesn't look like there's any questions. Alyssa, do you want to provide the contact information for parking services in the chat? And then we will go ahead and conclude the transportation webinar. Again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to either Transportation Solutions or Parking Services. Oh, did you have a question?
Yes, just one more. Where does you guys would have a Highway 17 bus, right?
Correct. There is a Highway 17 bus that services the campus.
Okay, there is a Highway 17 bus. Okay.
Where does it drop you off?
Okay. And what I'm asking is where would it drop you off?
So there are some stops that come directly to the campus. It's about a block from the campus, but there are limited times that it drops off there. Otherwise, it would drop off at the San Jose Diridon station, which then you would transfer to a VTA bus to campus. We also do offer 20% off of 15 ride and 31 day passes for Highway 17 that you can purchase at the General Services office, which is where you would pick up your Smart Pass.
Yeah, the Clipper. Okay, and you said I get for 17 buses, I get how much off?
20% off of 15 ride and 31 day passes.
20% off of 15 rides?
Correct. So those are 15 individual rides, and the 31 day pass is valid for 31 days the first day you use it.
Awesome. So and it lasts for 31 days?
Correct.
Awesome. And my last question is the Highway 17 bus. I'm commuting from Santa Cruz, ma'am. So where would I be able to catch that bus? Like, does it come like is there any chance I can catch a bus from like in Santa Cruz, or would it be Scotts Valley or?
Yes, there are stops in downtown Santa Cruz, and there's also a park and ride in Scotts Valley. If you visit
There are
17 website, they also have all the information on where the bus stops.
Okay, and visit what website? Visit
The Santa Cruz Metro, they operate the Highway 17.
Okay, just visit Santa Cruz Metro. Okay, but wasn't there a website you said before that?
Transportation Solutions, that's our website. We also have additional information for Highway 17 Express.
Okay,
Or you
yeah.
can contact us directly.
All right, thank you so much. Bye. That's all.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you have
Thank
further
you.
questions, feel free to reach out to us and enjoy the rest of your morning. Thank you.
And that's it, right? We're done, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you.